Hey YouTube, this is your girl Miss Jovial. I hope everybody is having a fantabulous day. I am so sorry that I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't been as consistent as I really wanted to be, but I'm going to start. I'm going to be a lot better. There's a lot of things that I'm learning about digital marketing, about being consistent on YouTube, on TikTok, and all the other social media channels. And it's pretty difficult when you got to do everything by yourself. And I'm not going to blame it on my age, but it's more like I need to get organized. I've been watching a lot of workshops, and I decided to create a roadmap for myself so I'll know exactly when and where to post at certain times, and just learn all I can, because I told you I'm on a road to a new chapter. I'm on the new chapter right now, but I'm learning so much as I go along. I'm making a lot of mistakes, but you know what they all say, if you don't make no mistakes, you're not learning. And I'm just trying to get disciplined. I mean, I've been watching a lot of other people videos about how to get disciplined, because there's so much money to be made online. I have a couple of digital products that's coming out that I'm really excited about, because you know that my niche on TikTok is all about old school music, because I love my old school music. And I'm thinking about bringing some of the old school music over here, but I have to be very careful of the copyright, because I'm not sure how it works. And I want to make sure that I don't have any watermarks on, from TikTok. And I learned about Snaptic, which I'm really excited about. That's the website you go to remove the watermarks. But I'm learning a lot, and I'm really excited about everything that I'm learning. I think the best thing that I can do right now is ask other people and keep watching other people's videos. I'm being inspired, and I'm just keeping the grind up. But I think the most important thing for me to do right now is to create that roadmap, because I think I have to write things down on paper so I can actually see exactly what it is I need to do. Because see, I'm going to be honest with you all. I have not been writing a lot of things down. I've been thinking about it in my head, and I just do it. But you can't do it like that. You have to be more organized. And that's what I plan on doing. This weekend, I want to organize my room, and I want to make it like an area where I can film, an area where I can, create my digital products, an area where I can, make my, the different topics that I would like to discuss on my videos, the songs that I'm going to be singing. Oh, I got a bad cough, y'all. Sorry about that. And I just want to stay productive. But the one thing that's really taking a lot of my time is my online teaching, because I have gone to a new platform. I started on a new platform, and I am progressing so quickly. I didn't imagine that I was going to end up, instead of having 10 students, I've now end up with 40 students. It's almost like a full-time job, but it's something that I really love. It's something that, I'm doing on my own, that I don't have to really check in with anybody, because if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, I don't get paid. So, it works out really well. So if again, if you're interested in online teaching, let me know, because I've been doing it since 2015. I've been a speech therapist since 1990. I ain't gonna tell y'all how long it's been, but I have that background, and every time that I'm teaching someone how to speak English, it pops back in, those strategies come back in. So I'm pretty successful at it, but I'm at 40 students, and I'm really blessed about that. I think I'm going to shoot for 45 or 50 more students. And after that, I gotta cut it somewhere, because I got to start working on my stuff. It doesn't mean anything, but right now, currently, I'm on TikTok, and I had no idea how many people love old school music. And I'm doing really well over there. The affiliate marketing is doing okay. I mean, I did better last year than I did this year, because I haven't really spent a lot of time really focused on that. Because again, my organizational skills is all over the place. But once I'm able to create a roadmap, I think everything will work itself out. So I'm going to have a section So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a section for affiliate marketing, a section for digital marketing, a section for content creation, another section for learning, education, another section for networking, another section for, topics that I want to talk to when I go live. And I just want to keep it very consistent. But I'm going to do more YouTube more than ever before, because everything, I've been really, really studying about digital marketing. And one thing I have to say that, I thought all this time that, YouTube was number one when it came to social media monetization, but it's really not. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but after my research, I've discovered that the number one channel for monetization is Snapchat. And I'm like, what? Right? I'm like, what's up with Snapchat? I don't know how to use Snapchat. I mean, I downloaded and, I have followers and everything, but it's like, how do you use it? What do you do? So I have to, learn how to do that. But I really wish that I had a team that I could, depend on. I mean, I really want to know what's going on with my own business, because, I am in the process of creating a funnel on my at www.missjovialshop.com. I should be finished with that very shortly. I'm really excited about that. But I just want to know, like, how do you post? I really don't know what to do on Snapchat, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other videos on YouTube that I can, learn how to do it, because I have no idea about what this is. I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to be doing? Okay. But I don't do, here's another thing. I don't do too much on Instagram, simply because I keep getting hacked over there. I don't know if you all get hacked, but I get hacked all the time when I go to Instagram. If I start, posting on a consistent basis, it's like, here come the hackers. And I'm like, and then, the process of trying to get your account back. Oh my God. You have to show your ID, you have to take pictures, you have to send the pictures, you have to wait for the approval. It is so much work. So I just kind of, I go on Instagram sometimes, but I don't do quite a bit over there like I should, because it's more about brand deals over there, I do believe. I've been, like I said, I've been following so many really great influencers that I've even reached out to them, and they've been trying to help me get, jumpstart everything. And I'm just really enjoying the learning process, but I'm not going to keep learning. I got to start doing and learning at the same time. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm putting out a lot of videos on TikTok because of the algorithms, because I have 93,000 followers over there, and I'm trying to reach that 100,000 followers. But the truth is, it doesn't mean anything, because I am looking towards people that I'm just looking for people who's tired of the 9 to 5 and want to create a profitable side hustle. And I have to tell y'all, I'm like all over the place, because I'm an old school music head. And then I'm trying to find that target audience for people that that want to create a profitable side hustle. So I know I can't have two niches on the same channel, so I created a second channel that I need to spend more time on, and so I'm really excited about that. So I don't even know, I was gonna tell you to follow me. I don't even know where I am, but I'll have it in the description, because everything is new. I wish, like I said, I really wish I had a team that I could pay them some money and they can help me get all this stuff together, because it's really difficult to get all this stuff, because what I've been doing is getting up really early in the morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning. And, I'm teaching, and then I'm trying to learn in between the classes. And, it's a lot of work. And I know that, with my roadmap that I am going to create, very soon, actually this weekend, that it will make it much easier for me to, schedule different, tasks that I need to do to complete everything. So yeah, but I hope everything is well with you all. When I think back to all those times that I was in the park in New York City, I could have been creating videos. That's what makes me so mad. I could have been creating videos, and I probably would have had 1,000 videos by now. But everything happens in divine time. But, at that time, I didn't know too much about YouTube back in 2014, 15. I really didn't. I mean, YouTube has been around like since forever, but I didn't know a lot about it. And I was just so focused on finding that corporate job. And I wasn't really focused on what I could have been doing sitting in the park in Bryant Park in 2013 through 15, right? I'm so mad at myself. But what you don't know, right? Because you just gotta, you gotta work with the flow. I mean, can you all imagine that? God, I don't know. But you know what? I'm here right now, and I'm in my office, and I'm going to start, like I said, I'm just going to start organizing my office this weekend, and hopefully by next week I can start back on my my regular, a brand new schedule, because I need to change everything. When I tell y'all I need to change everything, I'm talking about changing my way of eating, because I have gained some weight, and I got to lose some weight, child. I can't be out here looking fat. I mean, that's just me. I don't want to look, overweight. And, I got some, little small ailments, health ailments going on, but I'm not going to let that stop me, because I feel like I have one life to live, and I have to do what I need to do to bring me, whatever it is I need to do to bring me joy. This is exactly what I'm going to be doing. So, yeah, so I think that with the roadmap, in addition to that, I'm gonna have like a exercising plan, and I'm gonna keep it real simple. When I tell y'all thinking, don't overwhelm yourself, but guess what? I'm not gonna overwhelm myself. What I am gonna do is start to organize, because I am not organized at all. So I'm gonna get it all together. Actually, I'm gonna start tonight. I'll probably put on YouTube and listen to one of the listen to a few influencers about digital marketing, and then I'm just gonna jump in it and and do it just that way, because I'm really excited about learning. I said a long time ago that before I even walked away from corporate, that I knew it was something that was waiting for me, but I had to go through a period where I had to learn everything that I could in order to really catapult it to the level that I wanted to be. And I am really blessed that, it's only been a month since I've been away from corporate, but I'm feeling really good. I have to check my blood pressure twice a day. It's a little bit elevated when I wake up, but I do take pills for it, and my doctor says it'll fluctuate. It goes up, it goes down, but it's not at the level where it was, like 189 over 116 and 179 over 120, all that kind of stuff. No, it's not there anymore, because the stress is not there anymore. So I'm really happy about that. And it's so funny, because I start my day after I pray. I start my day with students, and we laugh a lot. And I told them, I said, if you're ready to laugh and learn at the same time, then I'm your teacher, because I don't want to be stiffy, stuffy. When you come in my classroom, it's going to be all, it's going to be all curriculum, and I have to be, I have to put on my glasses looking like Mr. Snuffle up against and all that type of stuff. No, I don't do that. I come in laughing, and I give the students something to look forward to. For example, I do use ChatGPT, and you all better start using ChatGPT. But with ChatGPT, I create a futuristic story for them. I always ask them about, what does your dream life look like? And that's how I get to know people. What it is that you dream about. I remember I had one woman that said that she was like, well, my life is what it is right now. I really enjoy my life right now. And I knew she was holding something back. You know how when some people are holding things back when they say, oh, my life is okay now, I don't need a dream and all this kind of stuff. So, I have to respect that. But when I put it in ChatGPT to create a futuristic story, so I start off with 5 vocabulary words, and, based on what the student tells me, and then I have ChatGPT to create the story, and then followed by 5 reading comprehension questions. When she started to read that story, I guess her mind started to kind of move around and stuff. And then she just, at the end of the story, when she finished reading it, she says, wow, can I really have that life? And I said, yeah. And then that's when she started telling me about what she really, really wanted. Because she said that I thought that what was in front of me is what I really want, but that's really not what I want. Here's what I want. So sometimes I guess with people, you just have to read it in order to guide you to the kind of life that you really, really want. Because a lot of people don't know what they want. I mean, let's just be honest. A lot of people don't know what they want. But I think that if you just sit down, take a breath, take some time out one day, maybe for like 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes 15 minutes. I don't know. It depends on what you think. I mean, me personally, I would take like 30 minutes to an hour and just sit back and really think about what is it that you want. I mean, I'll have the singing bowls on, honey, because I got singing bowls in here. I will either, have the singing bowls and just go around in the circles and not just stay in silence and keep my mind as clean as possible and just focus on the bowls. And then the thought comes to mind. And when the thought comes to mind, you could just write it down on paper. And then when you write it down on paper, I don't know, it does something to it. You can plan around that. Even if it's small steps, don't take large steps, because here's what happens when you take large steps. You don't do it, right? But if you break things down into really small, tiny, tiny steps, then you will start to see tiny wins, okay? Tiny wins mean everything. It means everything, because it means that you're making changes. You're walking into a new direction. You're starting something new. And when you start stuff new, you know how exciting it can be. It's very exciting to start new things. Yeah. So, I mean, it's really important for us to just, really figure out what exactly we need to do, because we don't have any time to waste, especially like for us older people, 35 and older. I mean, we really have to sit down and do an evaluation on our, current life and say, okay, as of right now, am I in the right direction? Is this what I really want to do with the rest of my life? Because I thought that I would be with my last company until I retired. I thought that, I was just gonna, be there and, I really thought that I was going to retire and just, they give me a trip to Hawaii and then I could just live happily ever after. But it didn't work out like that, because I felt like the universe, the higher universe, the God had another plan for me. I do believe that I was removed from that situation because it was getting a little too much and it was compromising my physical and mental health. And I say that all the time. And I'm going to keep saying it, because there are so many people that's going through what I just went through and they're not saying anything. And that's what makes me really sad, because I endured this for like 10 years and I didn't say anything. And I don't want anybody to go through the same situation that I've gone through. I don't want anybody to have their physical compromise when the doctor pulls you to the side and say, what exactly is going on with you? Why is your blood pressure so high? Because when you have high blood pressure, child, you could stroke out. And that's what happened to my cousin, the same cousin that was telling me, be really careful about your blood pressure, because you could stroke out, when unfortunately she had a stroke like maybe a month ago. And she's learning how to walk, talk again. She's taking, speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy. And she has to start all over again. But, and then in the midst of it, she had to have a trach. So I'm praying for you, Dale, girl. I love you. Because she was my cheering team, when I was going through all of this stuff at work. And she was saying how, your life is so precious and you really have to, consider what's best for you. And, sometimes I miss the people that I work with. There, you have those certain people that you miss, working with. And, yeah, I just want things to be better for me. And things have gotten better for me. There's nothing bad. I'm not thinking about going back. Okay. I'm just really excited about what's to come. Yeah. But sometimes I miss people. It is what it is, because I've been with these people for the last 10 years and it's like, you wake up in the morning, it's like, okay, I don't have to call this person. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. But it's still refreshing knowing that everything that's in front of you, you're in charge of. You have the power to change your life. You are in charge, right? That is the best feeling in the world. Yeah. And you know what? Let's keep it real. I do have money in the bank. I was able to save some money, and because I kind of knew this was coming up, but I wasn't sure when it was coming up, because I started seeing signs like, my mind, like I said, I wasn't sleeping a lot late at night. I mean, I would go to bed at 10 o'clock and wake up at 12 and stay awake like this until 5 o'clock the next morning. And I knew something was off. I was tossing and turning, and the dog was looking at me like, girl, what's wrong with you? Oh, mommy, what's wrong with you? So, yeah, but I am so glad that I'm in a place where I am right now, where I can help other people, and that I hope I can be an inspiration to other people, that when they feel like this, do something about it, because it's the worst feeling in the world. So make sure you like, you comment, share this video to anybody that's in the midst of making a change in their life. They want to make a change in their life and afraid to do so. If they want to get into digital marketing, and especially if you want to get into online teaching as a side hustle, honey, I am your girl. Let me tell you, I'm going to be straight up. I am good at what I do. Be very clear. With online teaching, I am good at what I do. Okay, guys, you take care of yourself. Oh, let me do a thumbnail right quick. Okay, you guys take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.